Let's go, Buffalo.
Some people think, oh, it's just a game. Not to me, not part of this community.
I was actually born on a Sunday, September 23rd, 1984, after the Bills played the Jets. And right from that day, I've been a Bills fan the whole time.
I literally said to the guys today in the group chat, I was like, if any single one of us leaves with our voice after that game, then we have failed.
We're going to the Super Bowl, right, baby? Yeah, Bills! Win the Super Bowl!
New York tough, go Bills. Go Bills, Kansas City. Big game. Bet Bills.
Just two good teams that are going to go out there and compete, and it's going to be a four-quarter dogfight. We know that. We understand that. We got to do everything in our power to, like I said, put our best foot forward.
Well, it has been a very long week, no doubt about it, but game day is finally here. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dave Graber.
And I'm Melanie Orleans. We are bringing you a very special edition of Countdown to Kickoff live from Kansas City. It is finally game day.
One of 3 hours of special coverage here that is coming for you later on throughout the day. Now, fans have been going absolutely crazy all week long, and Mel and I arrived here on Thursday, and each day you saw more and more of Bills Mafia. Now, even if fans can't make it to the game in person, they are loading up and celebrating their pride in Western New York, renaming street signs after players, showing off dance moves, and certainly grabbing all the gear that they can. Now, the magic of the Mafia is certainly something that all Buffalonians can relate to. Doesn't matter where you live, if you're surrounded by Bills fans, you feel right at home.
Yeah, certainly there are Bills fans all over the world, including some Bills backers here in Kansas City. And as I learned, this might just be the second best home for the Mafia. A 30-minute drive north from Arrowhead Stadium will make you feel right at home.
There's a big Bills helmet on the wall. There's a big Chiefs helmet on the wall, kind of facing at each other. It's the perfect shot for the weeks when the Bills and Chiefs play each other.
Rochester native John Rood moved to Kansas City in 2016. Al's Bar and Grill has been his Sunday destination for the past 4 years. It's a dive bar located in a strip mall. And for John, it feels just like Buffalo.
You walk in there and it's a chunk of home. We're screaming, we're hooting and hollering. We have a lot of very unique chants that we've developed over the years. And when people from out of town come visit, they always hear us doing our chants and they're like, what are you doing? And it's just kind of weird traditions that we've developed from being together for 4 years.
John and the rest of the Bills backers make sure to get there early on game days to reserve a section of the bar for the Kansas City Bills backers. In the beginning, he had some work to do. John had to prove to his new friends that the Mafia is more than just football and folding tables.
When I first moved down here, one of the first things my coworkers would ask me is, well, have you been thrown through a table? And no, I haven't is the answer. So, Mom, you don't have to worry about that. I haven't gone through a table. But I have donated a lot of money. I've bought a lot of shirts from Del Reed and 26 shirts. And so I feel proud to have been part of that. And I think it's a cool part of the Buffalo community. And it is starting to get recognized even out here.
In true Bills Mafia fashion, the Kansas City Bills backers have ramped up their charity efforts over the past 2 years. They hold dollar raffles on Sundays and donate the funds to Shop with the Cop in Parkville, Missouri. If there's one thing John has learned about KC, it's that just like Western New York, these two communities take care of each other.
I think Western New York as a whole, we're just kind of a giving people. And really to compare it to the Chiefs fans, Chiefs are also a really kind of like that family feel of a fan base. So this is, for me, it's the ideal matchup as far as fan bases go. I think these are the two fan bases that most deserve to be in this position, and hopefully will be here for years to come.
It's an AFC Championship matchup that Bills Mafia would be happy to play every year. But this newly minted Kansas City guy is sticking with his home team.
Bills by a billion. That's, you got to go Bills by a billion.
Yeah, I really have to agree with John. We have experienced so many wonderful Kansas City fans here. We actually had a friendly fight last night at dinner. Some Kansas City fans came down to the lobby in their PJs. And so, you know, it's friendliness. And, of course, we're seeing a lot of what we see in the city of good neighbors here.
Yeah, without question. And we've talked about for so long that Bills Mafia really is everywhere. And that especially includes one Florida city where Super Bowl 55 will be played.
Of course, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves here, but there are some Bills backers, not just some, but a lot of Bills backers in Tampa Bay, and they are really sitting on the edge of their seats today to see if the Bills may come to Tampa Bay for Super Bowl 55. It is something that the folks down there are really looking forward to. I want to introduce you to 4 folks I spoke with earlier this week. Their names are Kyle, Casey, Colin, and Kate. They're all Western New York natives with a big love for the Buffalo Bills. From Williamsville and Batavia to Greece and Rochester, they lead the Tampa Bay Bills backers. I spoke with them earlier this week about their excitement for the Kansas City game, and there's also a lot of hype in their town because of the Bucs. They say if the Bills were to win and Tampa Bay wins against Green Bay, it could be a tale for a storybook. A Super Bowl against Tom Brady is something Bills Mafia realized could become reality early last year.
The fact that we're here in Tampa too to see it all unfold and see all the Tampa fans get excited when the Tom Brady signing happened, and then to see it actually be a possibility is pretty crazy.
I think all of us also when we were kids probably didn't know if we would ever see something like this, even to this point, an AFC championship, even a home playoff game to start. And to experience that with so many people around here, and being so far away from Buffalo, you know, being away from our families and stuff like that, it's amazing. There's everywhere you go, if you're wearing a Josh Allen jersey or a Bills jersey, someone at some place will stop you and say, "Go Bills!" Even if they're not from Buffalo, they're rooting for us. But there's just so many fans down here.
The 4 of us are in a group chat every single day. We're talking about, you know, how do we make sure that it's fun and safe for everybody who wants to come out. And so I know that we're already strategizing. What does it look like if we beat the Chiefs? What does Tampa look like for Bills Mafia?
So as you heard, plans already in the works. If the Bills come out on top today against Kansas City, the Tampa Bay Bills backers certainly want to make Tampa Bay feel just like Buffalo.
And to no surprise, that group also fundraises for charity. The group recently raised money for the Barstool Fund, which provides relief for small businesses during the pandemic. So good also going on down in Tampa.
It has been a lot of fun getting to know some of these folks, Bills backers all across the country, and certainly those Kansas City and in Tampa Bay. Those are 2 very important ones as this season comes to a close. Well, stay with us because we have an action-packed show ahead.
And we have a lot more coming up, including hearing from a Bills legend, and coming up, the iconic Marv Levy sharing his thoughts ahead of tonight's championship game. But first, let's get into the Bills spirit with our friends from Immaculate Conception School.
Kansas City, here we come. Oh yeah. Bills are gonna be the champions of the AFC.
Josh Allen has put together the greatest season by a Bills quarterback in franchise history. To commemorate his single-season touchdown and passing yards records, Big Time Bats is releasing this official Josh Allen art football. The full-size football has the reproduced original artwork of famed sports artist Dennis Schrage and is limited to 5,000 footballs. You can purchase this ball for $99.95 plus shipping, and also see our Bills Division Champs Duke Ball at BigTimeBats.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Tasker. I just want to say one thing. Congratulations. This is Buffalo football. The best fans in the world cheering on an incredible team. This year, Josh and the guys have taken it further than we've been in decades. Passing, running, kicking ass. You are our team, and we are your city. and we don't want it to end. So for all of us at Wester, I say, let's take it all away and win the whole thing.
One of the hardest things about that day was telling the children that Mom had cancer and to try to help them understand that it was going to be okay when I didn't believe I was going to be okay. I've learned through Dr. Stanley that you cannot be full of fear.
Well, welcome back. While the team is, of course, called the Buffalo Bills, really we know it as Western New York's team, and that certainly includes Rochester. Fans drive from Rochester. They make that hour drive down to Orchard Park all the time for every game, and they also show up out at St. John Fisher College in Pittsford.
And that's where we find our Adam Chodak with our sister station in Rochester joining us live this afternoon. Adam, what is the spirit like in Rochester?
All right, guys, I got to tell you, it feels a little bit like a pressure cooker out here. In 2017, when we were in the postseason, kind of felt like we were playing with house money. You know, we weren't supposed to be there, but we were there. We had fun. And then I have to say, last season, here at the training camp, when folks came out, we smelled something in the air. We knew something good was brewing, even if other people didn't. And so when we lost to the Texans in the wild card game, it stung. This year, we know we've got something going on, and no one knows that better than Pinto Ron, Ken Johnson in the real world. And when we have a conversation about the most hardcore Bills fans, Pinto Ron better be in the mix. This is video of him before the Texans game last year. And for those who don't know, he attended every single home and away game for the Bills from 1994 to 2020. That's around 425 games. We are proud to call him a Rochesterian. Didn't miss one until, of course, this season when fans weren't allowed into the stadium because of the pandemic. Now, of course, he's known for his attendance, but he's also known for his pregame antics. And we asked him what he would be doing today if the Browns had won and the Bills were playing at home.
Well, normally I'm in the back of a private lot, and I actually get there 24 hours ahead. It's my 24-hour rule. So we have a mini tailgate the night before, and I'm back out there 6 o'clock in the morning, and I tailgate surrounded at Pinto, cook right on the Pinto itself. We got Pizza Pete off to one side doing his pizza oven thing, and just a cast of characters are all over the place, and it attracts a large crowd, which is which might be a little bit of a problem next year. I might have to dampen it down a little bit, but yeah. So normally I'd be out there right now, if it was a home game, and there'd probably be hundreds of people coming and going over the course of the 6 hours, and but we'll be back there. We'll get back to those days.
Yeah, Pizza Pete. Gotta love it. Pinto Ron. So how did he get his name? We're going to go over that coming up later in the hour. And we're also going to go over, you probably saw the video of him getting that ketchup and mustard shower. Yeah, we asked him about that as well. Reporting live from St. John Fisher College in grand old Pittsford, New York, right outside of Rochester. Back to you in Buffalo.
Adam, thank you. Well, here at Arrowhead, I can tell you game time temperatures should be in the 40s, and there is a chance for rain. Right now, it is misting, we should say.
A little misty, kind of low clouds, but certainly back home, we are talking about a very different story. Some of the coldest air of the season, and so we want to show you how Jess from Snyder is celebrating the winner and the Bills.
Go Bills!
Hey, hey.
Go Bills!
Hey, hey.
The Tough Spas Staycation Sale is going on now. Have a vacation in your own backyard that lasts for years with a hot tub by Tough Spas. Tough Spas has revolutionized the hot tub industry with its patented Tough Top cover that is easy to use and lasts forever. Tough Spas are simple to own. Simply fill up, plug in, and relax. It's that simple with a Tough Spa. During our staycation sale, Tough Spas has slashed our prices by thousands and has a hot tub to fit every budget. Call now or visit us online at toughspas.com.
Need cash? Want to sell your junk car? Call Cash for Cars at 300 Cars. Any scrap car, any condition. Call for a free quote today. Does it run? No problem. We come to you and pick it up free of charge. Call 300 Cars today and get cash for your car.
Call or text 333-1111 to find out how you can get into this new 2021 Chevy Equinox for just $199 a month.
What are you waiting for? Call or text today 333-1111.
What it do, Bills Mafia? You already know. It's your boy, Dion Dawkins.
Head on over to the Buffalo store this weekend and gear up for the big game. They're giving away insane retro limited edition t-shirts, sweatshirts with purchase. There might even be trivia and prizes for all of our lifelong fans. Get over to the Buffalo store, the official retailer of your Buffalo Bills.
Hey, Bills Mafia. Celebrate the Bills' incredible season with a day of laughter at the National Comedy Center in Jamestown. Named the best new museum in the country by USA Today and one of the world's greatest places by Time Magazine. You and your family will laugh nonstop as we personalize your experience with the comedy you love.
Well, welcome back. This season's success reminds fans of a lot of the excitement from the late 80s and the early 90s when the team had 4 Super Bowl runs.
And there are not many other people to talk to about that than, of course, the legendary coach, Marv Levy. We chatted with him a little bit earlier this week. We asked him about the fans. We asked him about the team. Here's what he had to say. He led the Bills to 4 Super Bowls in the 90s, and he's one of the most recognizable names in Bills history.
We're joined on the phone by the great coach, Marv Levy. Marv, thank you so much for joining us today.
Well, it's my pleasure, and an exciting day with the Bills fighting to get back to that Super Bowl.
Absolutely. So exciting. I feel like Bills Mafia here can't put the excitement into words. But first, I want to get your reaction to the Bills playing in the AFC Championship game for the first time since '94.
Well, I've always, after I left as the Bills coach, I've been a Bills fan. I've stayed in pretty close touch with the people in the organization, and especially with Sean. I got to meet Sean McDermott, and I admire him, the way he goes, and we talk upon occasion. So, and I realize how great the Buffalo Bills fans were, so I'm so happy for them that the Bills are on the brink of maybe winning it all.
Marv, let me ask you, I feel like a lot of people were glued to their TVs on Saturday night. Hopefully you were among them. What was it like, and what has it been like for you to watch this team perform like they have in the playoffs?
Well, what was it like? I enjoyed it. I'm like anybody else. I'm watching it. You don't know how it's going to come out. It was a pleasure, and the season goes on, and I'll sure look forward to viewing them beyond just the championship game, but into the Super Bowl game.
How do you think that this team today compares to the team, or the teams rather, that you coached to all those championship games and Super Bowls in the 90s?
Well, teams that go to the Super Bowl always have great, quote, similarities, but they're never the same. They're different things. But the current Bills team, I don't know them that well. I know Sean, but I don't know their staff that well. And it isn't just a great coach or a great quarterback. It's a coaching staff. It's total organization that makes the difference. So I think there are lots of comparisons, but like anything else, there are also individual traits of each of the teams.
Now, you talk about it being a team effort, and without question, the Bills show that, especially in the playoffs. But let's talk about some specific players. Of course, when you take a look at a quarterback like Josh Allen, you see the growth that he's made over the past couple of years. How would you describe that, particularly since you helped to coach Jim Kelly?
Well, no, I'm tremendously impressed with the way the young man's played. You have to have a good cast around you. There's no doubt about that if you're going to be a good quarterback. Like I said, it isn't just one player that makes the difference in football particularly. It is the ultimate team sport. But watching Josh Allen, very impressed with him. Yes, indeed.
And, of course, Marv, you know Bills Mafia so well. And Bills Mafia is still going strong. We're making great donations to so many charities across the area. What would be your message for Bills Mafia on the game day of the AFC Championship?
Oh, I don't know. I really loved the Bills fans. They were amazingly supportive. They were the reason. They were a big part of the reason and the motivation that we needed to go back to those Super Bowl games, even after the tremendous disappointment of losing the game. So I am really for the Bills fans so hard. And you'd be amazed how many times when, maybe since I retired even, that I'm traveling where somebody will come up to me in an airport, whether it be here, Chicago, Los Angeles, Buffalo, or whatever, say, I'm the #1 Bills fan. And my comment lately has been, hey, I've never met the #2 Bills fan. I've sure met a lot of the #1s.
That's amazing.
That is so great and so true because everybody seems like they are their #1 fan. All right, we don't need to get too specific here, but I am kind of curious, given the matchup on Sunday between the Chiefs and the Bills, what are you looking for in that game? Do you think it's going to be an offensive game, a defensive game, led by the quarterbacks, led on the ground? What are your thoughts about what you're looking for on Sunday?
I could answer that question much better after the game's over, but no, I'm joking on that one. No, I don't know. Just two teams that are outstanding. It isn't just offense. It isn't just defense. It's total team that counts. There are three equally important departments of play: offense, defense, kicking. And so I'm just looking to see a football game. Everyone, it's like human beings. Everyone is similar, but they're all a little bit different.
And any game score predictions from you, Marv?
Yeah, I predict the team that scores the most points is going to win.
I think you're right on that one.
Perfect.
That's a safe answer, right?
Yeah.
All right, Marv Levy, thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it.
It's been my pleasure, and go Bills.
Go Bills.
Thank you, Coach. Go Bills. What a treat to talk to the old coach. I mean, he was funny. He was gregarious. Super appreciate him spending some time with us.
It really was, I don't know, it was a really special time talking to him, that's for sure. And he's very sharp, 95 years old, incredibly sharp.
Without question.
All right, now we got to show you an incredible Bills throwback. You have to take a look at this. This setup is in the window of the Hess Brothers Florist Shop in Hamburg, sent to us from a viewer. They recreated their display, which they last made to cheer on the team in the early 90s. Hopefully it brings the team good luck. We'll be right back.
Guys, yay! A new phone's here. I switched to Spectrum Mobile. I'm saving money and I get 5G nationwide. It's literally the smartest thing I've ever done.
You split an atom with the soda bottle and 2 straws.
Oh, yeah. That was kind of an accident.
You found the 10th planet.
I mean, it was just a little bit of calculus.
You found a cure for hiccups.
Yeah, but nationwide 5G and I'm saving 40%? Come on. Oh, almost forgot. I figured out time travel, so we're gonna get nuts later.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile, get 5G nationwide, and save up to 40%. It's a better way to mobile. Spectrum Mobile.
After a year like no other, it's time to start fresh in 2021 with a sign and drive lease from Paddock Chevrolet. For a limited time, take on the new year in the all-new Trailblazer, starting at $225 per month. That's right, sign and drive just $225 per month. Or drive off in a new Trax, sign and drive for just $189 per month. Start the year off right with a new SUV, great financing options, and same-day delivery. Shop online at paddockchevrolet.com or come in and see us. Hurry in, sign and drive ends January 31st.
No one expects to need a lawyer, but when our loved ones get hurt, they're who we depend on.
We depend on them to be strong when we are vulnerable and to stand up to big companies who work against our best interest. Whether it's an auto or truck accident, workers' comp or social security case, or a case of nursing home abuse, call Nicholas Perot, Smith, Bernhardt, and Zosh. One call, we do it all.
Call 1-800-848-6696.
Dinner with the Drakes tonight? Alexa, ask Buick to start my Encore GX. 4 fillets.
You know this dinner's for their
Kids. Thanks for watching them. Where's the pizza?
The Buick Encore GX.
Well, welcome back. Of course, all members of the team have helped to contribute and make this a historical season, no doubt. But one of the most recent notable players, none other than Taron Johnson.
He had that 101-yard pick six last weekend against the Ravens, and I think for some time everyone will remember where they were when they saw that play. And I spoke with a Chautauqua County native who now lives in Patriots land after his reaction went viral.
Go, Taron! Go, Taron! Go, Taron! Go, Taron! Go! Jackson, it's stop him now. Let's go! Let's go!
That's Mike Mathers, a lifelong Bills fan watching history being made. Taron Johnson running 101 yards to the house. It tied the record for longest interception return for a touchdown in playoff history. For Bills Mafia, his spirit is normal, expressing the excitement we all felt.
I had to go back and watch it myself because I couldn't even really remember what I did after the play.
I posted the video on social media, which was caught by his home security cameras. It's been viewed close to 70,000 times.
Leading up to that play, you know, the play before they had an open receiver and we were able to get some pressure on him. So, you know, if you watch me in the video, I'm kind of just going like this, just, you know, someone can make a play. You know, we don't have to, you know, keep them off the scoreboard. Obviously, they're in a good position to score some points, but if someone can just make another play, keep them out of the end zone, keep them to 3, we'll be in good shape. And, you know, you always think about the big plays that can happen. You know, oh, what if they get a pick six and you can return it for a touchdown? You know, it never happens, though. So you sit there just hoping for something good to come out of it, and then that happens, and you just react to it. There's no way to describe the elation and the joy that's going to happen from that. It's just a natural reaction to it.
Mike received an array of support from people on Twitter saying they had the same reaction too. But it's the reaction, or lack thereof, from the people on the couch that caught a lot of eyes. Mike lives in New Hampshire, which is Patriots land, and you can probably guess. Yeah, they're Pats fans. Mike tells me they were interested in the game, just not invested in it.
Their reaction was about typical for pretty much all Patriots fans. And then Jackie, my fiance, love her. She'll wear the Bills gear and support me because I'm a Bills fan. Still trying to get her into the Bills because she's not in the Furman area. That's big football, and you know she's not from Buffalo. But she'll wear the Bills gear for me.
Mike's reaction also woke up both of his dogs. They've since forgiven him. Despite his distance from Western New York, Mike says he feels the spirit of Bills Mafia like never before. And he's glad people online feel this kind of excitement, too.
To know that I'm just one member of a huge fan base, that everyone was doing the same thing at the same time for this play, it's just a really special feeling that everyone can connect that way in the same manner watching the same play. It's really awesome.
Well, the really cool thing about Mike is the fact that he has a pretty serious job, a button-up job as a pharmacist. So when you find out that he's a pharmacist and then you see his reaction, I feel like it makes it so much greater.
Yeah, I don't know if it matters what you do, but it is funny because everyone is going to react in that way, no matter if you're a pharmacist or, I don't know, whatever job it is. Great to see that reaction. It was shared all across Western New York and Bills Mafia. Now, coming up, we sit down with Wolf Blitzer, the host of CNN's The Situation Room. We'll hear what he has to say. Of course, he's a Western New York native, about Bills Mafia and this year's incredible team. But before we go to break, we're going to show you some adorable pictures of the littlest Bills Mafia.
News 4 Sports brings you all the updates, player reports, and breakdowns on air and online. We'll take you so inside the game, you'll feel like you're in the huddle. Inside the Buffalo Huddle, brought to you by Howard Hanna.
This year, more people from more walks of life will need help paying their heating bills. To see if you qualify, go to heaphelps.com.
I got a good feeling. Yeah, I'm up on the cloud, ain't coming back down. I got a good feeling. Yeah. Yeah, I'm up on the cloud, ain't coming back down.
Josh Allen has put together the greatest season by a Bills quarterback in franchise history. To commemorate his single-season touchdown and passing yards records, Big Time Bats is releasing this official Josh Allen art football. The full-size football has the reproduced original artwork of famed sports artist Dennis Schrage and is limited to 5,000 footballs. You can purchase this ball for $99.95 plus shipping and also see our Bills Division Champs Duke Ball at BigTimeBats.com.
Great hosts, big stars. It's game show week, and we're playing charades with Dakota Johnson. All new drill.
The Drew Barrymore Show, Monday at 3 on Channel 4. More people watch News 4 than any other source.
Well, welcome back. Of course, you can find members of Bills Mafia in every corner of the globe, and that includes some pretty big names.
Yeah, we caught up with Western New York native and host of the CNN Situation Room, Wolf Blitzer, to get his take on tonight's game. He's a Buffalo native and one of the most well-known journalists in the country. If you follow him on social media or CNN, you've probably noticed a big uptick in two words: Go Bills.
Lots of that from CNN's The Situation Room. Wolf Blitzer. Wolf, thank you again for joining us, especially given how busy of a week that it is going to be for you and all the folks there at CNN. So let's get right into it. First, tell me about where you were when you were watching the game, presumably Saturday night when you saw Taron Johnson take off. What was that experience like for you, a lifelong Bills fan?
I was in the family room at my home in outside of Washington, D.C., and I was watching the game. Of course, I wish I would have been there in person, but given the coronavirus pandemic, that's not happening for me, at least not yet. I hope to be back at some point. But I was watching at home, and I jumped out out of the couch where I was watching on my home TV, and as soon as that happened, and he intercepted, ran 101 yards, went and scored a touchdown. I was so excited. I tweeted right away, "Wow, OMG, go Bills!" And it was a very exciting moment indeed.
You talk about excitement, and the past couple of years for the Bills have been really exciting, but this year in particular, finally going to an AFC Championship game after so many years, and you've been a lifelong Bills fan, a supporter for so long. What's it been like for you watching this team and its success during a really trying year?
It's great this year to see how my Bills are doing. I love the Bills. Ever since I was a little boy growing up in Buffalo, I went to Bills games. And my dad used to take me. We'd have seats in the end zone. I didn't realize those were not necessarily the best seats. I loved every minute of it. We would drive over to the stadium, watch the games, so I grew up watching the Bills, and I saw them. I saw the good, the bad, and the ugly. 4 Super Bowls in a row in the early '90s, during that first Super Bowl against the New York Giants, I watched it from the Pentagon because the first Gulf War, Operation Desert Storm, had just started. I was CNN's Pentagon correspondent, military affairs correspondent. So on one screen, I had the war going on. On the other screen, I had another war, namely my Buffalo Bills were playing the Giants, and we lost in that first game. We lost the next 3. Went to 4 Super Bowls in a row, which was great. Loved every minute until obviously the outcome wasn't so great. But I love my Buffalo Bills because I love Buffalo. Buffalo is a great community, a great city. All of Western New York is so special to me, so special to my family. So, I got no choice. As I always say, you can take the kid out of Buffalo, but you can't take Buffalo out of the kid.
I'm going to give you a loaded question here. Probably not the most loaded question you've received, though. What player have you been most impressed with this year? And 2, what is your prediction for the AFC Championship game?
Quarterback, Josh Allen is he's amazing, and I've watched him grow. And so I'm so proud of him. As far as a prediction, I'm not going to give you a prediction, and I'll tell you why. I've been through 4 Super Bowls in a row. We lost 4 Super Bowls in a row. I used to make predictions all the time. I'm afraid of a jinx, so no predictions from me. I'm just hoping for a great game, and I'll leave you with these words: Go Bills.
Yeah, go Bills, indeed. It was great talking to Wolf, and he's got Buffalo blue in his veins. And, of course, we take rivalry in Buffalo very seriously.
Very seriously. So much so that a local grocery chain decided to maybe offer a little jab to the fans of Kansas City and Chiefs Kingdom. They took the KC-based barbecue sauce off their shelves. This happened last week. Dash's owners agreed with a request by Buffalo radio station 97 Rock to pull that KC Masterpiece barbecue sauce off their shelves. It was a move that quickly went viral across Western New York, and especially here in Kansas City. Now that little stunt turned into real help for people in need in both cities. A GoFundMe account was created because of Dash's decision, and it raised $5,000 in just the first 12 hours. That money will be split evenly between Feed More Western New York and the food bank here in Kansas City. We talked with a couple of folks who were spearheading that effort.
I think if we all do something to help the Bills, I think we can help them win on Sunday. If you want KC barbecue sauce, you might need to drive out to KC to get it, because you're not going to find it in Buffalo.
Now, for people who are really actually fans of that KC Masterpiece barbecue sauce, don't worry, because it will be back on the shelves tomorrow.
And you know what? Good for the folks who enjoy it. I think I can live without it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That was very creative of them to do, but also the Bills have inspired a lot of creativity in the community and the fans as well.
Yeah, here is one sample from Western New York-based the Hastings duo, that pays a little homage to today's game.
And the Bills. Touchdown. It's game time at Rachel's Mediterranean Grill, proud sponsors of the Buffalo Bills.
Call or text 333-1111 to find out how you can get into this new 2020 Chevy Bolt for just $229 a month.
What are you waiting for? Call or text today, 333-1111.
Here at Riverfront Auto Sales, we've been helping people find the car that they need for over 4 generations.
Good credit, bad credit, no credit, no problem. Here at Riverfront Auto Sales, we have 100% guaranteed financing.
Come and look at our great selection of over 100 vehicles in stock at any given time. Hey, Martin, what do you think of this deal?
Papa, everybody gets approved.
Oh, great. Well, come on down to Riverfront and get your approval today.
And now we've made it even easier to find the one that's right for you.
Let's go, Buffalo!
From Riverfront Auto Sales. Wow!
What it do, Bills Mafia? You already know. It's your boy, Deion Dawkins.
Head on over to the Buffalo store this weekend and gear up for the big game. They're giving away insane retro limited edition t-shirts, sweatshirts with purchase. There might even be trivia and prizes for all of our lifelong fans.
Get over to the Buffalo store, the official retailer of your Buffalo Bills.
From the very beginning, from the moment I walked in this facility and did my seminar, all the way through, every step was unmatched. This really is a life-changing experience. These guys do so much more than repair teeth or repair smiles. They change your life.
Well, welcome back. And earlier in the hour, we introduced you to one of the most intense Bills fans out there. You probably have heard of him before. He's from Rochester, Ken Pinto Ron Johnson.
Adam Chodak from our sister station joining us now live at the Bills training camp site at St. John Fisher College. And Adam, this guy is quite the character.
I've concluded that all Bills fans are characters in a way. I suppose you have to be, given what we've been through. For example, last game against the Ravens, I stepped out to put my son to bed, and while I was away, the Bills started to do well. So when I went to go back into the living room, my wife, who's from West Seneca, wouldn't let me in. I was relegated to the bedroom with a small TV for the rest of the game. But these are average Bills fans, right? No one, or at least a few, but really no one can compare to Pinto Ron. He takes this to the whole new level, doing whatever he had to not to miss a game from 1994 to 2020. We're talking about 423 games straight. Now, this is video from last season before the Texans wild card game. You might be wondering why Ken Johnson calls himself Pinto Ron. Well, back in 1990, some article apparently messed up his name, and his friends made sure it stuck. Those kinds of shenanigans, as Johnson calls them, is a trademark of his legendary tailgate parties, most people knowing him for his ketchup and mustard showers. So we had a chance to talk with him, and we asked him, when it comes to those showers, how and why?
It started about 1990. We were always up to little shenanigans. And one day, I needed some ketchup for my burger, and, my brother squirted it like 18 inches. I was like, whoa, I didn't expect that. I just expected him to toss it on. And suddenly we started doing that every game. That was another little shenanigan, whenever I wanted ketchup. And he started, shooting from farther and farther. Another guy took over. He ended up standing on the Pinto and kind of arcing it down. I was trying to catch it like this at the time, just to bounce it off the burger. And, 30 years go by, and each time it increments a little bit, and now look what you see.
I mean, come on. Pinto Ron, he's from Rochester. We own it. We're proud of him. You might think, though, he's an anomaly, that Rochesterians perhaps aren't as on board as Buffalonians. But I'm going to tell you, if you come here to training camp at St. John Fisher College, you'll see that Bills fanaticism is built into our DNA as much as our neighbors to the east. In other words, we're here for it. Reporting live from balmy Pittsford, New York at St. John Fisher College, this is Adam Chodak. Back to you guys in Buffalo.
All right, Adam, thanks very much. 30 years. That is a lot of ketchup and mustard. That is for very sure. What a character Pinto Ron is. Now, straight ahead, a lot of Bills legends are weighing in ahead of tonight's big game.
Yeah, take a listen to what former Buffalo Bill Thurman Thomas had to say.
I definitely think that this team has it, and this is saying without whether Patrick Mahomes plays or not. I just think at this point in time, we are a better football team on all three phases of the football game, and wouldn't it be something for us to beat Kansas City and go back to Tampa which was our originally first Super Bowl appearance in Super Bowl 25, and I think we'll win it.
After a year like no other, it's time to start fresh in 2021 with a sign and drive lease from Paddock Chevrolet. For a limited time, take on the new year in an Equinox. Sign and drive starting at just $249 per month. The most attractive SUV around. Sign and drive just $249 per month. Not sure what color you like? Don't worry, we have over 200 to choose from. Shop online at paddockchevrolet.com or come in and see us to get your new year started off right. Hurry in, sign and drive ends January 31st.
The Extreme Discount Mattress Extreme Deal of the Day is this luxurious over 14-inch memory foam hybrid. Compare elsewhere at $999. Your Extreme Deal price is just $399. Call or go to extrememattress.com for more extreme deals.
Where we sell mattresses for less, a lot less.
Want a dream backyard this summer? Installation dates are filling fast. Use Gary's free layaway program and you can be relaxing in your new swimming pool or jacuzzi hot tub this summer. Get in line now with free layaway or be left out in the cold. Gary's got it. Come and get it.
Gary's got it. Come and get it. Get happy at Gary Pools and Leisure.
I'm Vincent Amagon.
I'm Anthony Amagon. As more people choose cremation and create unique celebrations for their final arrangements, know that only Amagon can offer you the personalized service you desire.
Choosing Amagon allows you to make choices that are important to you.
Whether simple cremation or a unique and personalized service, trust us to give you peace of mind through the entire process.
Call us today for a free consultation.
Damon College specializes in programs that lead to 20.
Well, of course, the hero to a lot of Western New Yorkers this season is Bills quarterback Josh Allen, and he wouldn't be here today without a lot of hard work.
And Scott Bemis from our sister station shows us how Josh Allen went from a small-time kid in California to a big NFL star.
Josh Allen's roots are in the small farming town of Firebaugh in Central California.
Firebaugh is truly blessed to have Josh, and I know Josh is their icon guy.
Growing up, he was good at pretty much every sport he tried, even excelling in the pool.
That kid was a star in everything. He goes out there and swims, and he kills everybody. Hey, that's an athlete. That's an athlete. I'm going to pay attention to that kid.
I used to always send kids to go back home and draw plays up so they could learn the game a lot more and be into it. With Josh himself, he would come back with 5, 6, 7, 8 plays. Next thing you know, those plays were being put in our playbook.
Allen entered Firebaugh High School as a skinny freshman, but in that first year, he quickly attracted the attention of the football coaches.
At first, him saying he wanted to be a quarterback, it was kind of like, wow, you're kind of small, and all the coaches talked about it. And after watching him throw the football one day, I told the coaches, hey, man, this is going to be your quarterback.
A quarterback that didn't shy away from putting in the hard work to get better. Like the one time he outlasted an offensive lineman in the weight room with 175 pounds on the bar.
They did power cleans with that. I think they got up to like 85 reps without stopping. And finally, the other guy had quit, and I think Josh did 10 more.
Josh would end up being a 3-sport star at Firebaugh and a model student on campus.
Whether it's ASB, student body, ag, FFA, he was always trying to serve the rest of the kids in a leadership capacity.
He threw for 59 touchdowns in 2 years as the Eagles starter, leading his team to a school record 10 wins as a senior. But even though he grew to 6'3" that year, he was a little undersized and certainly underexposed, so he didn't have a single scholarship offer.
It's hard coming from a small town, getting recognized, And, he went the route to a JC.
Which took him to Reedley Junior College, about an hour from Firebaugh.
I think the craziest thing I've ever saw him do wasn't in a game, but it was definitely in practice. He threw a ball about 80 yards. And, he's a 17, 18-year-old kid.
With the athletic Allen now checking in at around 6'5" and 205 pounds, Josh accounted for 36 total touchdowns, while starting only the last 6 games in what turned out to be his only season playing for Reedley.
We thought he was definitely going to be a Division I guy.
Surprisingly, though, Allen's eye-popping potential still remained hidden to most college recruiters. But Wyoming did take notice, and Josh signed with the Cowboys, one of only 2 scholarship offers he had on the table.
It was like the dominoes were falling in place, and it just, it's almost like it was meant to be.
And from there, Josh really took off, leading Wyoming to 2 straight 8-win seasons before becoming the 7th overall pick of the Bills in the 2018 draft, where he'd fully complete the transformation from a small-town kid into a big-time star.
Stays healthy, keeps working like he does, and be watching him put on a gold jacket one of these days.
It's great to see that. A lot of folks, of course, cheering on Josh Allen tonight. And, of course, this Bills season has certainly had it all. Plenty of ups, thankfully, far fewer downs. Tremendous excitement, and there has been some heartbreak.
Yeah, the positives certainly have outweighed the negatives this season, and that especially goes for Bills Mafia, which has dominated in 2 very important arenas. That, of course, is cheering on the Bills and supporting their community.
Plenty of storylines have dominated this Bills season. None perhaps more than the team's focus and dedication on the field, and the dedication of Bills Mafia off the field, from waiting patiently to finally witnessing a playoff win in person, to filling the coffers of local organizations, and more recently, even the charities of opponents.
It's all flowing out of who we are as a region. And so it's no surprise that these efforts that are aligned with celebrating the region, whether it's celebrating a Bills win or something, or celebrating a player, or celebrate, T-shirts that celebrate what's going on, with the team or the region in general, because we do more than just Bills inspired designs. It's no surprise that the giving back is such a huge part of the identity.
That's Del Reed, the co-founder of Bills Mafia and creator of 26 Shirts, which sells Bills-themed gear and gives a portion of the proceeds to local families in need. It was a big year for them. Tens of thousands has been donated, and the company surpassed $1 million given back since its inception about 8 years ago. Another $1 million mark was reached this year. Bills Mafia donated more than 7 figures to Oshai Children's Hospital in the name of Josh Allen's grandmother, Patricia Allen, who passed away November 7th, the night before the team's big win over the Seahawks. Other fans have chipped in too, including Colts Nation and, most recently, the Ravens flock. The appreciation is real.
I saw donations coming in quickly after the game, and it got to 5,000. I was just like, holy crap! It's a lot of money being raised in her honor, and now where we're at is just crazy. 2 other charities have taken off since the calendar year flipped to 2021. Buffalo Business Blitz, started by Bills cornerback Josh Norman, is approaching $500,000 that'll be used to provide dozens of local businesses with $2,500 grants to help ease the pain of pandemic shutdowns. And after the Bills beat the Ravens to move on to the AFC title game, Bills Mafia stepped up again, donating to QB Lamar Jackson's favorite charity, Louisville-based Blessings in a Backpack, which feeds hungry children. All because Lamar Jackson got hurt late in the game.
I love to believe that you all have karma on your side, because it's amazing. And I didn't know how amazing the Bills fans were till this morning. And I was hearing all of the good deeds that, you did for Andy Dalton's charity and the Children's Hospital. It's just, amazing people.
Well, amazing people indeed. Now, when you add it all up, just this season, Bills Mafia and other organizations have raised more than $2 million. And in each case, for all of those organizations, the numbers are just going to continue to tick up.
It really is so incredible.
They just can't cheer for the team. They got to do something else, and it's so great to see. Now, straight ahead, it is certainly a big weekend for fans all across the country.
So how do Bills Mafia and the Chiefs shape up? You got to take a look at your screen. We've got a map for you. It's from CBS Sports. They shared this on Twitter this week, mapping out who people are rooting for this weekend. You can see the Bills have 22 states. The Chiefs have 10. Sounds about right. Go Bills. We'll be right back.
Start the year smiling at Aspen Dental, where new starts happen every day. Get exceptional care at every step, unparalleled safety at every visit, and flexible payment options for every budget. Now, during the Everyday Smiles event, new patients get a full exam and set of x-rays with no obligation. No insurance? No worries. It's free. Plus, now all patients can get 20% off their treatment plan. Find every reason to smile every day at Aspen Dental. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL or book today at aspendental.com.
Here at Riverfront Auto Sales, we've been helping people find the car that they need for over 4 generations. Come and look at our great selection of over 100 vehicles in stock at any given time.
We're looking to stock up our inventory. If you're looking to sell, come on down and see us.
We'll buy anything for cash.
Hey, Martin, you think we should buy this car?
Yeah, Papa, pay him cash. We need more cars.
Hey, bring it down to the riverfront and we'll buy it. Let's go, Buffalo!
From Riverfront Auto Sales. Wow! Hey, let's go, Buffalo! Let's go, Buffalo! Circle them wagons. Let's go, Buffalo! Let's go, Bills!
The National Comedy Center in Jamestown has launched its new online store with the perfect Valentine's Day gifts for the comedy fans in your life. Introducing The Comedy Shop at comedyshop.com. With a broad assortment of exclusive gifts to bring smiles to anyone who loves to laugh.
Well, welcome back. We are just 5 hours from kickoff. The excitement is building all around us here at Arrowhead Stadium. I'm taking a look over my shoulder at the fan lots, and they are beginning to fill up. No doubt hundreds, if not thousands of Bills fans will be here at Arrowhead.
It's funny because when I woke up this morning, I thought, oh my goodness, we're 12 hours away. Finally, just 5 hours to go, and it is going to be the longest 5 hours of our lives. We have so much coming up later this afternoon on News 4 from 4 to 6, a special edition of Countdown to Kickoff. We've got interviews with Thurman Thompson. We've got a really inspirational story from a Mafia member who just beat cancer, so you want to tune in for that. We're also talking to our sports guys about what we can expect during the game, too.
Everything from X's and O's to inspirational stories there. We certainly appreciate all the folks who have joined us over the past couple of weeks and sharing their excitement, sharing their experience. It has been a lot of fun, and it's all leading up to today. I cannot believe it's here.
I can't wait either. And thank you to those folks who have sent us photos, too. All of Bills Mafia. It's so great to see it, including our four-legged friends as well.
Yes, those are our favorite pictures. No doubt if you send us babies or puppies, it's going to end up on TV.
Babies in Bills gear. The email is reported at WIPB.com. And thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you later today at 4.
Go Bills!
Bills!